Hello, this is my weekly DVDs watched, and the first one I have here is Undead or Alive, which was released in 2007, and it is well, a zombie comedy. It stars Chris Chetty, who acts as a tough cowboy, but really has no say as a cowboy. He's not tough. He doesn't know how to shoot, anything like that. Um, the zombies are cursed, what they call Geronimo's curse, which is which turns them undead. The sheriff and his lackey become zombies, and they have to chase after him because they're trying to steal his Chris Chetty's woman from him. But then Chris Chetty falls in love with a Native American, and there's a lot of good comedy scenes into it. Like at the end of the movie, the first zombie undigs up his family so he can be together with them, and they're already a zombie and whatnot. And yeah, it's a great movie. I would recommend it. Next movie is Bram Stoker's Dracula, starring Keanu Reeves, uh, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, and Gary Oldman. This movie, like I said, I didn't watch it when I was younger, and then about 10 years ago, I finally watched it, and I'm very surprised because this was a good vampire movie, and it is in one of my top 10 like vampire movie list, and memorable scenes like where he's the animal and he's having sex with uh, I think it's Lucy, and Mina walks in on them doing it in the garden, and that's very memorable. And then you see him as the creature, like a vampire bat, like a creature, and he can shapeshift. Renfield is in like a psychiatric ward and all that. I find he didn't play a big role into this, and I know they did a spoof off of this of Dracula, Dead and Loving It, which I find it was a good comedy too, but I rather this movie over the spoof, and this is a very great movie. The next one is Donkey X, which in other places is called Don Quixote, but I don't know why we got Donkey X here. And even in this startup screen, it's Don Quixote, and it is an animation movie, but I wouldn't recommend this for kids because there is scenes like where the girls are fixing up their boobs and the guys are always looking at their boobs and whatnot. But besides that, it is supposed to be recommended for kids, but I don't see it. But it is from an Italian style movie, so maybe over there it's normal. I don't know, but it was an okay movie. I good for a watch. Next is one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, and that is Billy Madison. Like, what can I say about Billy Madison? There's not really to say. I watched this as a young child, like, and I didn't know what it was when I was younger. And when I got older, I found out that it was Billy Madison, and like I said, he wants to inherit his father's $1 billion hotel company, but he's a dummy, so he has to go back to school, and from he has to complete from kindergarten right up to grade 12 all over again, and every time he goes to a different grade, he matures like a child, so it's pretty cool. I like it. I would recommend it as one of his best movies. Next movie is Blade Trinity, and I said this many times that I'd never cared for this movie, but on this watch here, for some strange reason, I kind of did like it, and I don't know if it's because I've watched it so many times now that I'm starting to like it or whatnot. But it stars Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jessica Biel, and Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds has some great parts in this movie. Like he makes the comedy part of the movie, like when he faces the dogs, it's like fuck me, and then the two big dogs comes and it's like fuck me sideways. It's pretty cool. And this edition here also comes with a short comic book. Like I picked this up many years ago for like $5, not. And then after I picked it up, I seen the box set for Blade 1, 2, and 3 for $5, and I was like, damn. But it was too late. I already had them all. Next movie I watched is a signature selection of Antz, which stars the voices of Woody Allen, Sharon Stone, and Sylvester Stallone. and this is about an ant who wants to be different from the rest of the colony. Like they've always been told that they have to do this and do that and whatnot, and he makes everything differently. Like he falls in love with the queen, like the princess, and he wants to go to Insectopia, and he just wants to be different from all the other ants because they don't want to be told what to do. Like he doesn't have to want to be a worker all his life and whatnot, and he gets out there, and it's a really good movie, really good kids movie, and I've seen this many times when I was a kid, and I had to pick it up because, well, I like getting my childhood memories back. And this is the first time watch for me, and I know everybody's gonna laugh because it's an older movie and it has Samuel L. Jackson into it, and that's Snakes on a Plane. And the reason why I never watched it is because I heard that the CGI was very bad into it for the snakes, and they are right. Like they only use I think a couple of real snakes in the whole movie, and it was all right. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen, but it's an okay movie. Best lines from the movie would probably be Samuel L. Jackson when he's opening the windows. I'm not gonna repeat it because I did swear enough in this video. And like this kid sees a mobster kill somebody else, and he can put him away for life for actually seeing it, and that's where the story comes from. So he puts the snakes on the plane to try to get rid of the kid and everybody, but it all backfires because well, it kills over 50 people, but it all backfires because they do get out alive. And I'm sorry for the spoiler, but there is a cool couple of jump scenes into it, and I would recommend it for a watch. And that would be it for my weekly DVD watches. Use all, take it easy.